Hello everyone and welcome to episode 10 of the TEW 2020 UJPW Spinoff Series, as far as with Supermax 64 here, and it is the All-Star Anarchy show. And the tour, it's 6 nights of tour shows, and then the final show, which will have a big-ass 8-man 4v4 cage matchup, and that will be running in Fire Pro, which is kind of the all-star cast, if you will, of the year 2000. And as far as we're gonna have, as far as people that you don't usually see teaming up with each other in that matchup, as we'll run through that matchup, as well as our main event, which will be a UJPW Unified Junior Heavyweight Title matchup, as the champion Pompeo looks to defend his belt against the winner of the Super J Cup of the year 2000. Yuki Sano, and that should be a fun little matchup to run, which that'll obviously be ran in Fire Pro. Both those two matches will be ran in Fire Pro, and as far as the actual rest of the card, so we talked about the main already. The co-main, the All-Star Anarchy matchup, which is going to be Lord Akira Kotakumi, Ultimo Dragon, Hayabusa, and Brad Armstrong on one team taking on Shinichi Funaki, The Great Sasuke, Dean Malenko, and Koji Kanemoto. It's very tough to kind of pick an all-star kind of lineup because I didn't want to use too many of like one stable, so I just kind of picked and choose the best of the best while also being able to kind of pick one representative of each group, and that's how we came up with this matchup. So, as far as it's going to be a lot of fun to see how this plays out. Just obviously it's going to be up to Fire Pro, so we're not exactly sure how it's going to play out, but being able to have a cage match, which would be the first time we've ran a cage match in the save, which is going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully it works out well. I think it will, but you never know as far as with how it's going to work in TEW. That's fine though. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I'm cool with that at this rate. But the match before the co-main event, well, Jinsei Shinzaki against Eddie Guerrero in a singles contest. So Jinsei Shinzaki, of course, has been getting a lot of big wins, and Eddie, of course, he won the triple threat match on the last episode of the Mystery Mayhem show, and we saw Shinzaki pick up a big win at the Mystery show. As far as, of course, the next title matchup would be the winner of course, our main event against Ultimo Dragon, who won the Mystery Mayhem match. That will be taking place at the Superversary show, the next episode. So as far as kind of thinking ahead to maybe the potential next contender afterwards, will it be Eddie in a rematch against Vampiro? Will he have a singles matchup against Yuki Sano or Ultimo Dragon? That can still happen there. And the same thing for Jinsei Shinzaki, of course, is one half of the tag team champions, but has just been unstoppable in Fire Pro. So as far as we're going to run that in Fire Pro as well, we'll just run those 3 matches. In Fire Pro, the bottom 3 will be ran normally in TW, so it's going to be Minoru Tanaka and Shinjiro Otani against the Blonde Bombers. Just felt like we needed a good little mid-card tag match on this final show. And Minoru Tanaka and Shinjiro Otani, of course, of Tactical Tactician Squad, and for Chris Jericho and Chris Candido. I felt like this was a great opportunity for them and Death Squad in general. The next contest is going to be a 6-man contest as Jushin Thunder Liger, El Samurai, and Two Cold Scorpio of the NWO taking on the BWO, Takamichi Deku, Terry Boy, and Yoshihiro Tajiri. We never did an NWO BWO matchup here in Supermax 64. Felt like this would be a fun little match to do, even though it's a little one-sided off of kind of performance-wise and star power-wise, but it still should be a fun little trios matchup on the undercard in the opening contest, which, we're main eventing with Shudo versus Los Pravano. We're going to open up the show with a Shudo-Los Pravano matchup as Kyoshi Nomura and Kazuya Yamasaki taking on Damien in Psychosis. Good stuff. Good stuff there. And I'm super excited to see how that plays out, though. That's going to be a fun matchup. And all around, though, I think the card, depending on how the cage match is going to work in TW, which we can look at the product as far as it might give us a bit of an idea as far as what we're going to look for. We'll just click on the product. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay, so cage matches are accessible. So that's great. Perfect. Without further ado, let's get on with the first night here. And so we got a couple of backstage incidents. Wow, a lot of them. Psychosis was in fine form before the show, keeping everyone in a great mood with his hilarious road stories. Create a relaxing, happy atmosphere. Tetanabe When he gave the locker room a lift and organized and won a video game tournament. Ultimo Dragon passing on psychology tips to Shima, passing on psychology tips to Magnum Tokyo, and then passing on microphone work to Dragon Kid. So as far as our main event for this first night, I like the Nuki Sano, Kazuya Yamasaki, Damien Vampiro matchup as the main, as Kazuya Yamasaki is going to be Damien, so a win for Shudo. Then we have the NWO versus the BWO 8-man tag here. Obviously, the very, very stacked NWO will beat the BWO here, as Sasuke's going to be Terry Boy. Oh, Liger's the agent. Change that up. Then we'll have Fantastics versus the World Class Tag Team. Oh, it's a technical mass class matchup. Never mind. As Jado and Geto, they're going to beat the Fantastics. That's a big win for the World Class Tag Team there. Geto's going to be Jackie Fulton. Then we're going to have the Steel Show matchup of Shimazaki, of Shima and Jinsei Shinzaki, taking on the Radical Revolution. Wild Pegasus and Eddie Guerrero's Wild Pegasus will be beating Shima. Then the opening contest, Linsanity, which will see the debut of Sean Waltman, but obviously teaming up with Super Crazy and Jerry Lynn. They're taking on the Lords of the Deep of Naniwa, Prince Mako, and Super Delphin, as Sean Waltman's going to get the win over Super Delphin. Delphin was going to be, he was going to complain about it, but noticed the intimidating sight of Super Crazy, cracking his knuckles and glaring. Wouldn't have thought that, but yeah, Sean Waltman's stats are fucked from years of drug abuse. It sucks that it took so long for us to really make sure to try to fix that, because by the time we signed him, it might be a little too late, because his stamina, see there, it's 23, his athleticism 26, it's not great, it's not looking good. Everything else is obviously pretty on brand for what he was able to do. Great selling, consistency is there, technically there, a pretty good psychology as well, especially for somebody that's 28. But and it's kind of over in only Kanto, but everywhere else not so much. He's worked a lot in Global, which I'm assuming that's why. Well, yeah, they kind of ran Global, ran Mid South and Midwest. That's probably why that is. Looks like he also ran PWA. He ran just for a little bit, a couple of months in the save. He got injured. Yeah, and he left the NAWA in '98, and he's been in ULL for the past almost, I want to say, almost since the beginning of the save. See if I thought there was an alumni page. I guess not. I think you might have to click on him again. Oh well. Oh no. We'll just see here. We'll just look at match history. Let's go from that as ULL. So I want to say that was the case. He's been there from the beginning. Yeah. So long tenured in ULL. Kind of funny that he was there that whole time. And I mean, there were times in like 97, 98, I was like, yeah, we could probably bring him in. I just didn't really have the plans for him in the UJPW save. There was a time where maybe we bring him in when the NWO was starting up, but just didn't happen. But yeah, as far as we'll pick our venue, and we'll be good to go here for this first tour date. As we're on the 4,000 seater. Let's run it. So 58 for the opener. Oh my gosh, Sean Waltman. Rusty. Hasn't worked in a while. He's physically tired. It's brutal. Brutal. Waltman gets the win with the super kick, though, on Super Delphin. Who knows how well he would have performed if he wasn't rusty, but yeah, that's pretty bad. Bobby Fulton and Jackie Fulton losing to the World Class Tag Team of Geto and Jado, as Geto with the Geto clutch over Jackie Fulton. Nice performance from the World Class Tag Team for what they want, but again, Bobby Fulton is still one of the best in the world. It's very, very funny to see that, as Eddie and Wild Pegasus beat Shimazaki, as Shimazaki losing here to with a Wild Pegasus powerbomb onto Shima. 11:49, as that was another 78 here. From the New World Order in the BWO, Sasuke pinning Terry Boy with a Thunderfire powerbomb. Sasuke with an 81. Brad with 76, 77 for Liger. 72 for El Samurai. Yeah, obviously the much better team being the NWO, even with Scorpio's injury. And I got the Proud Otter for our main event, which is 86. Kazuya Yamasaki submitting Damien. Nice little upset as Nuki Sano got outperformed by Damien. That's not great. As yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened there with Nuki Sano, but he did not bring it on that one. Yeah, I mean all around just kind of a one match show as far as from that regard. I was hoping this would be a little bit better. Same thing for that, but it is what it is. We'll take the 78s. Boy, Sean Waltman though, that is not great to have to deal with his rustiness. He's gonna have some pretty brutal matches in store for the looks of it. But yeah, on to night 2 we go. Alrighty, night 2, and we got a couple of backstage instances. Again, it's Ultimate Dragon passing on tips to his proteges, Psychology for Shima, Psychology for Magnum Tokyo, and then Dragon Kid with the microphone work again. As far as our main event for this night, we have a great Sasuke Brad Armstrong singles contest. Little, as far as felt like this could be a great main event. And we rarely do singles matches for the tour shows. With purpose, of course, because we really, we don't try to overdo those singles matches. We want to make sure they're special. But they've always had matches at the Best of Juniors. They've never had a match elsewhere. The Sasuke Brad Armstrong matchup of last year was a 97. That's pretty awesome. That was, of course, before the split, so this will be the first singles match in Supermax 64 with Brad Armstrong. He'll be getting the win as well. And then we'll also be having El Samurai and Jushin Liger against BWO Taka and Terry Boy. That's a technical masterclass matchup. So that's going to open up the show. Samurai's going to be beating Terry Boy. Los Pavano and Shudo will probably be the co-main then. That's a 6-man matchup this time. You're adding Psychosis and Kyoshi Tamura to this matchup. As Vampiro will be beating Kazuya Yamasaki, so a win back for Los Pavano as well. And we'll have Jerry Lynn and Sean Waltman against the Lords of the Deep. Naniwa's going to beat Jerry Lynn. We should probably have Waltman lose, but it's his second night in, so I feel like that'd be a little bit of a rush job. Then Sabu and Chavo Jr. Sabu's going to beat Chavo, as of course Sabu has been he's been in rehab for I guess since October, almost a full year. So it's his return. It's crazy to think he only had the Brawloween tour, and now that was it. But now he's back, and as far as hopefully he's at 100%. He might be a little rusty, but yeah, he might struggle as well with this match length as well. It's pretty embarrassing, but it's the way she goes. I'm probably gonna give more time to this, give more time to that. And I think we're good to go. Yeah, 92 minute show is not too bad. Taranchubu, yeah, consign. Yeah, that's not bad. We'll run here. The Walk-In Prefectural Gym. Alright, as for the opener, the 79, El Samurai and Jushin Thunder Liger beating Taka and Terry Boy. As El Samurai submitting Terry Boy with the Samurai Clutch. Yeah, they were much better than obviously the Terry Boy Taka team, but at least Taka's getting to the point where he's almost at the same level as El Samurai and Liger, so that's a positive note for him. Yep, 58 here. Waltman somehow was worse. 25. Jesus H. As Naniwa pinning Jerry Lynn with the Naniwa bomb. Grand Naniwa, though, as far as the 62, best guy in the match. Yeah, just a brutal contest. If Waltman was, not rusty, it would have been fine, but even then, it still would have been a little below par of what we'd like to see. And it just keeps on getting worse as they don't click. I thought they were over enough, I guess not. And Sabu was also rusty. So this has just been a shit show and a half on this undercard. Brutal. Embarrassing matchup, I guess, as far as a little heat. I think it's the one that Raven clutch, though. Next contest, Los Pavano and Shudo. 6-man tag. Vampiro pinning Kazuya Yamasaki with a nail in the coffin. Vampiro best guy in the match. There's Nuki-san at least performing well there with an 80. And an 83 for our main event. As Brad Armstrong beats the Great Sasuke with a side Russian leg sweep in 24-29. I'm shocked we even got a good enough rating for that. Very, very nervous about that, but somehow we saved it. But yeah, I mean, just anytime we see Sean Waltman now in a matchup, we know it's going to suck. And now we can say the same thing for Sabu. So just great. As on to night 3, we go. Alrighty, night 3, we're at the halfway point. And so, yep, again, Ultimate Dragon passing on psychology tips to his protege in Shima. Psychology tips passing on to his protege Magnum Tokyo. Now I'm assuming microphone again. Oh, no, it's psychology. The 3 for 3 as everyone getting some psychology tips there. Passing it on to Dragon Kid. And so for our main event for this Night 3 show, another singles match, is it's going to be Jinsei Shinzaki versus Wild Pegasus. I feel like this is a fun match to do, obviously, with Eddie and Shinzaki having their match. We are going to have to give Jinsei Shinzaki this win, which is going to be pretty crazy since Shinzaki's going to get outperformed, but he's never beaten him before. They've had a couple of singles matches. They had one at the Halloween show on Night 4, which Wild Pegasus won by, and then also at the Superpower Series Night 7. So they've had singles matches, but always at the Tours shows, not at actual final shows. So it's kind of funny. That's I feel like that's got to be the only time that's happened as far as some two high-profile people in the save here, and they've only had tour show matches as far as singles wise. Pretty rare. Oh, cool. What a fun ad here as far as ads. Get rid of that. So co-main, yeah, we'll probably go Ultimate Dragon Super Astro against TTS. Nice co-main event. Super Astro's gonna get the win. He's gonna beat Minoru Tanaka in that contest. Now I think I'm gonna go. I think this is the technical masterclass matchup. It is, yeah. Kiyoshi Demora and the Super Tiger. As they take on Los Pavano La Parca in Psychosis. La Parca's going to lose to Kiyoshi tomorrow. Super Tiger's going to have his problems stamina wise. So Bobby Fulton of the Fantastics are going to beat Linsanity here. As yeah, I think we're going to have Bobby beat Sean Waltman. He had a couple of wins, but now it's time to kind of get grounded in reality. Yeah, plus 17-minute matchup. God, it's going to suck dick. Sabu and Taru taking on Los Guerreros as Eddie and Chavo Jr. as Eddie's going to beat Taru and Sabu's going to have troubles stamina wise in this matchup. Let's see, we're going to kind of move some of this around. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I like that card. Sure, Waltman's going to suck, but I think the rest of the Fantastics are going to do their part. I think Jerry Lynn's going to do well, and all around it should be a decent little show. Let's pick our venue. We'll go Star Lanes. We're good to go. Let's run it. It's a 71 for Satoru Sayama and Kiyoshi Demora against La Parca and Psychosis. It's Kiyoshi Demora submitting La Parca in 16:01. Psychosis and that is close. Yeah, Super Tiger a little bit better than La Parca, and then Psychosis a little bit better than Kiyoshi Demora. It was close. I'm cool with it. You know, with Tamura beating La Parca, he was way better. All around, yeah, that's a decent little opener. 72 for the Sabu Taru Los Guerreros matchup. Yeah, Sabu gets outperformed by Chavo Guerrero Jr. That tells you how bad he's been doing. Obviously, still rusty, and he was tired, and he was really off his game. So just, I mean, why bother showing up at that rate? But he gets the pinfall to Eddie Guerrero after the frog splash of the brainbuster. Good shit. Good shit there. Oof. Damn. I was kind of shocked that this was the worst thing on the card as of right now. Yeah, Kelman didn't perform as high as I would have thought. But at least Jerry Lynn's in the 50s now. That's a good sign. But yeah, Waltman's not rusty anymore, so he's just a 31 at this rate. Pretty terrible. Yeah, that pains me, to be honest. Pains me. What else does he got going on for me? Just stamina. Which I don't even know how to improve that. Because, I got him off. He's off drugs now, which is great. But, like, it's just, now it feels like there's just no kind of turning back for him. But he's still young. He's still 28. You feel like you can get your stamina back up after that. It's Ultimate Dragon and Super Astro against Tactical Tactician Squad. Super Astro pinning Minoru Tanaka with the Astro. This is a hell of a match here. 95. That's really, really good for a tour show. As both teams excellent in chemistry and all around a very good performance there. And an 80 for our main event. Should have just stuck with that fucking co-main as the main. As Jinsei Shinzaki with a Numbitsu Powerbomb over a Wild Pegasus. I can't believe that was only an 80. I mean, this is, I guess, Wild Pegasus. This kind of style is not kind of his forte, per se. As far as I feel like he could still bring it with not the lucha side, but obviously the pro wrestling side. Just funny how that worked out. Though, what a show. Though, if we would have flipped these two around, should have had this just be the opener. Definitely one of the better shows so far as from this tour. But yeah, now we just have nights 4, 5, and 6 left, and then we'll go on to the final show. It's a little over halfway point. We'll be there shortly. As yeah, on to night 4 we go. Alrighty, night 4. As let's see what we got for our main events. Yeah, we have. God, it's so weird because yeah, I mean Vampiro and Nuki Sano is definitely the main, but there's really you can't really build up to that All-Star Anarchy match. So it might feel like there's just I mean, at least with I mean Hayabusa and Demon Linker they're on opposite sides, and obviously we're seeing Eddie and Jinsei Shinzaki. So this is technically a match building up to that, but Sabu with his performance, it's not going to be great. We'll put it as the main event for now. Lords of the Deep versus Yoshikuchi Koji Kanemoto. That's probably going to be a better match than the match we just added. But Naniwa and Akira Kotakumi will get the win, as Naniwa's going to beat Yoshikuchi there. We got Ricky Fuji and Negro Casas on the undercard, with Ricky Fuji getting the win. God bless Ricky Fuji. He's the man. And we're able to book him. That's with Chi and Yoshinobu Kanemaru against Kuro Daka and Minoru Fujita. As of course, I mean, Masa Fuji, the best guy in that matchup by far. He'll be getting the pinfall victory, I'm assuming. That might be a submission, who knows? But then the Blonde Bombers with the world-class tag team going to be the co-main. As Candido and Jericho, they're of course going to beat the world-class tag team. Fun little match. It's first time meeting. This would have been a lot better, like in real life at this time, than here in this save, which is kind of funny. Just, you know, John and Geta, they're getting better, but they're not at the level I would have hoped they would be still. But yeah, it's going to be a decent little match. If Sabu can bring it, they'll be fine, but I don't know. I just don't know. That one's going to be pretty close. Sendai's on Plaza, though, is going to be a sellout. Here for night 4. 75 for the opener. Yeah, probably will be the best match on the card. As the Kira Kotakumi Grand Aniwa, they have their great chemistry boost, which helped them elevate them to victory here. Naniwa getting the driver day Naniwa over Kikuchi, 21-10. Yeah, Kikuchi slightly outperformed Naniwa, but it was, as far as we probably could have just had Akira Kotakumi get the win, and it would have been fine. Ricky Fuji with the 9999 dots. As far as Ricky Fuji getting the win in 10:09. Negro Casas not even close to being at a high level there. So Bruce Peck in the Fuchio Kanemaru matchup against Abuda Daka and Minoru Fujita. Assuming the injury kind of threw it off, but even then, it's crazy that Kanemaru outperformed everybody in that match. Shout out him, or not everybody in the match. Obviously that would be Masa Fuji, but everybody on the other side. Daka was slowed down by the injury, so he might have outperformed him if not for the bruised pectoral muscle. Luckily, it's just a bruise. Still sucks though, and it was Fuchi who caused it. Just great. 72 for the co-main of the Blonde Bombers, the world-class tag team. Jado and Geto losing to Candido and Jericho. It's Chris Candido, the Blonde Bombshell, over Geto. Yeah, much better team, obviously. Just a nice little victory for them going into their tag match, of course. At the final show, then in 81. Wow, as Sabu was able to get carried here. As Dean and Wild Pegasus beats Hayabusa and Sabu, as Sabu takes the Texas lead from Dean Malenko at 22-45. It's a nice victory for him, and all around, we somehow got out of that unscathed. Surprised it was 78. That shows you what a good main event can do to this show, but my God. The rest of the card, we didn't have a lot of luck here with that Fuchi Kanemaru matchup. If the injury didn't happen, it probably would have been potentially in the mid-60s, maybe even the 70s, but we got out of there, unscathed at least. Now that we're going into the fucking UJPW side, which will be auto-booked, so that's not very exciting. But as far as that, we'll, night 4 in the books, on to night 5, we go. Alrighty, night 5, and so we have 2 singles matches on this night, as we're splitting up the tag match that's happening on the final show between TTS and the Blonde Bombers in the singles contest. We also have an NWO BWO tag match. Brad Armstrong and Tajiri against Too Cold Scorpio and Liger. And again, Ultimate Dragon passing on Tips here. He's passing on Psychology to Shima, to Magnum Tokyo, and to Dragon Kid. Love it. And we also have a Radical Revolution Darkside Defiance matchup on this card as well, and a Ultima Dragon Super Astro Seal Shikuchi Kyoji Kanemoto matchup. So a little bit of everything here. So the 6-man, I don't think it's going to be the main. It's going to be pretty high up on the card, but we're just going to add it for now since we already clicked on it. As Wild Pegasus will be beating Hayabusa, so that's a huge win. Actually, yeah, we are not going to do, or rather Hayabusa is going to beat Wild Pegasus. I just realized that. So yeah, we can keep that. We'll keep Hayabusa getting the win. All that fun jazz. Jericho and Otani's probably, oh no, guess not. It's going to be the opener, as Jericho's going to beat Otani, and that will of course mean Candido and Minoru Tanaka will be going the opposite way, with Minoru Tanaka beating Chris Candido in 24 minutes. So, they're splitting that match down in half. And I'm assuming this is the Steal the Show matchup, Brad Armstrong and Tajiri. Oh, no, this is another Tactical Masterclass matchup. So we'll keep this as the Tactical Masterclass, as Scorpio is going to beat Tajiri in 21 minutes. That's really no surprise. So now we can have this be a normal match. Perfect. Jericho and Otani can now be the main. Alright, and then the final match, Ultima Dragon Super Astro against Seo Shikuchi and Koji Kanemoto. Well, shit. Trying to think what I should do with that, because we need a Steal the Show match. Don't think it should be this. Let's just have it be Tanaka and Candido. That works for me. Candido's going to be still dealing with the effects of that, but it should be a fine little contest. And then Dragon and Astro against Kikuchi in Kanemoto. Put that there. Alright. We'll pick a venue and we're good to go. Oh yeah, we can have this one be the Corkin show. And for night 5, then we'll just have one more tour show, then we'll be at the end of the tour. So Scorpio and Liger beat Brad Armstrong and Yoshihiro Tajiri. Yeah, everybody did pretty well here, besides Tajiri. Even Scorpio's injury, he still did pretty well, as he gets on with the Scorpio Splash in 2048. That's kind of crazy. He's still doing the Scorpio Splash with the state of his injury. Minoru Tanaka getting the submission win with the Minoru Special number 2 over Chris Candido. Not bad at all. He outperformed him as well. Super Astro breaks his arm. That sucks. Luckily, he's not involved in the final show, but boy, that sucks. Super Astro hitting Seo Shikuchi with the Astro Scissors with a broken arm. Yeah, that sucks. And nobody caused it. Just happenstance. These type of things happen. As Darkside Defiance, Radical Revolution. Darkside Defiance gets the win. It's Hayabusa with the Falcon Arrow over Wild Pegasus. It's pretty close, 79-78 there between Hayabusa and Wild Pegasus. Shinzaki plus 74, and then yeah, Sabu. Luckily he's not rusty anymore, but he's still got a ways to go. A 53 is not too bad though, from a starting point for him. Then Chris Jericho beats Shinjiro Otani with the Lion Tamer. Yeah, probably should have stick with this being the main, but that's fine though. It's still a good little show. Besides the broken arm. Sucks that happened. Because everything else went tremendously well for that show. And on to the final tour show we got. Alright, it's the final tour show. As they have us in Como-style Gymnasium. That's kind of shocking. And again, Ultimate Dragon passing on Psychology tips to Shima, to Magnum Tokyo, and to Dragon Kid. What a surprise. So that Octagon Sean Walton matchup, that I know that's a Technical Masterclass matchup. Blue Demon Jr. and Taru, I believe that's a Steal the Show matchup. The Cosmic Dragon Kings, that was going to be just a little mid-card trios matchup, and now we got to throw Ultimate Dragon in there to make it a little bit, obviously because, Super Astro has broken his arm. So now that's, that match is this, but Dragon Kid's going to beat Jado. The Lords of the Deep, rather, but to the Worlds of the Deep. The Lords of the Deep taking on the New World Order. This is the main event. Liger's going to beat Naniwa in 24 minutes. I believe that's going to be the main event, because I want to say this Shudo Los Bravado matchup, yeah, it's an 8-man. I mean, listen, Vampiro Nukisano, that is the main event of the final show. But this multi-main matchup just does not have the star power that I think that tag match has. I think it's just going to be a better matchup all around, but it's still going to be a fun little matchup, as I actually forgot who's... Oh, that's right, Naruki-san is going to get the win as the challenger before his big-time singles matchup with Vampiro. Then Blue Demon Jr., Taru, as Blue Demon Jr. getting the win over Taru, and Octagon beating Sean Waltman in 16 minutes. Sucks that's going to go that long, because Waltman's still good technically, but again, stamina is not a forte of his now. I believe we ran damn near everywhere. Yeah, we could run Hokkaido. Yeah, we'll probably just run the Nakajima Sports Center here for this final tour show. Night 6, it's in the books. Here we go. What a terrible little match as a 49. Yeah, I mean, Waltman, it was nice to at least try and get him here in Supermax, but I think we're going to have to probably send him either back down to FMW or even send him to UPW to let him work in the States. It's just not going to work out, unfortunately. It's just not they just, the drugs got to him too soon enough for us to be able to fix it and make sure that does not happen to him at such a young age. Blue Demon Jr. getting the Scorpion Deathlock win over Taru. Yeah, he was much better opponent, much better than his opponent, so he gets the obvious 171 for the Cosmic Dragon Kings against the World Class A-Holes. Dragon Kid got outperformed by Jado and Geto, so that's a good sign for them. Golden King with a 63, Dragon Kid, but the Dragon Rana win over Jado. A nice win over the Cosmic Dragon Kings, nonetheless. A 77 for Shudo and Los Bravano. La Parka and Tiger Mask 4 were the weak links of their teams. Kazuya Masaki wasn't all that well either, a 56. Goshimura with a 61. All getting outperformed by Damien Psychosis and Vampiro. And Nuki-Sano, of course, being the leader and the man that tried to keep it afloat. He gets the win, though. He gets the win with the scoop Rainbuster over La Parka. Parker was off his game, too. Yeah, Psychosis, maybe a new comeback spot. Hell yeah. And 75, though, for our main event. Lord Akira Korokumi, Grand Naniwa, losing to Jushin Thunder Liger in the Great Sasuke. So they had a match during the Tag League last year, the Junior Tag League, of course, which the Lords of the Deep beat them. So a little rematch, and this time getting the win is the NWO team. Liger pinning Naniwa with the Shooting Star Press. Yeah, the right choice, too. They have the better team, even with the chemistry boost. Not the greatest of tour shows going in the final night, but it gets the job done as far as this was mainly to get the guys that are not going to be on that final show booked one last time before the tour obviously is about to commence here at the end. Big night upcoming show here for Dean Malenko. He, even though he's a part of that All-Star Anarchy matchup, which is huge, his big thing is he's taking on Brett during this United Action Tour, which has been taking place in both Japan, or not both Japan, actually, both America and Canada. It's our first time overseas as far as like an actual tour setting, and it's a couple of days away. That's going to be big. We also had Terry Funk retire. We had Terry one last time. He took on Brett. It was kind of building up to, can the Funker get the win one last time before he hangs it up, and had it be in Texas, for his final match in UJPW. He lost, of course, to Brett, but I thought it was just a fun way to send it out for the Funker. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on at the UJPW side. As on to the All-Star Anarchy show we go. Hello everyone, and welcome to the final show as All-Star Anarchy. We've made it. I don't know why I did the hello there, but I just felt like it's a big deal. This All-Star Anarchy show. We get the big cage match. We get a junior very title match. It just feels like we need an extra hello there. But as far as we're going to be on the Dish Network, so we're going to be on pay-per-view. Of course, we're also airing on the Boom TV. The card is set, so basically, again, we cut it in half as far as what we're going to do here in TW, what we're going to do in Fire Pro. The 3 matches decided in TW. The opener, we'll see Psychosis and Damien of Los Bravano beat the Shudo team. So potential split or potential sweep there, obviously we don't know until the main event happens. Yes, Psychosis beating Kazuya Yamasaki, so win for Los Bravano. NWO versus BWO, I think a lot of people probably saw this one coming with the NWO beating the BWO. Scorpio's going to beat Terry Boy. And in the tag matchup between Minoru Tanaka and Shinjiro Otani against the Blonde Bombers, Chris Jericho beating Minoru Tanaka. That was a tough one because those are two great teams, and both teams have faced off. It's well, here's the thing though, it's not the official TTS team. Is kind of why we went with Blonde Bombers at first, anyways. But also, just feels like this was the right call with TTS. They've I would say they're a hell of a trio unit. Blonde Bombers a hell of a tag unit, but that kind of seems to be their ceiling. Funaki's getting them, for TTS. He's getting them and help elevating them to a higher level and potentially a big time spot. But this is a first time meeting because obviously, they never faced off against each other. Because usually we would do Minoru Tanaka and Shunichi Funaki, which if we just take a look and see the history, Blonde Bombers beat them last year during the Junior Tag League, and then TTS beat them at the first ever show of Supermax 64. That's kind of wild to think. The first ever, the night one, the Showdown Summit, which is now the Superversary Tour. That's kind of funny to think how that's all played out. They were 2-2 as far as they're tied up here, but now obviously with Otani involved, it's going to be a little bit different there. So now for the Fire Pro side, we will have our singles matchup here. It's loaded up already. Shinsei Shinzaki and Eddie Guerrero. We're ready for it. And we get to see, as far as, this is a big step. We might see, Jinsei Shinzaki take that next leap into a heavyweight title, saying, this motherfucker can't lose in Fire Pro. He is unbeatable. Or unbeatable. He is unbeatable. The White Angel himself, Jinsei Shinzaki. We thought about doing a logo here for All-Star Anarchy, but opted not to. Because I feel like we need to, each year, you're going to see kind of some repeat logos, so we want to try to save some of the new logos throughout the years. It's Eddie Guerrero. Man who's had a taste of success. Of course, he's been a junior heavyweight champion. That was back in '98. For Jinsei Shinzaki, he's only seen tag success, but that could change here. He can beat Eddie Guerrero, and he might will go on to be a heavyweight champion of the world. A little fireman's carry takeover. Little side headlock action. This is a nice change of pace for both men. Eddie, of course, won the triple threat. Oh, look at Jinsei Shinzaki using his strength here. A little arm wringer. Oh, with a roll through. There we go. Eddie getting out of that, but now you test his strength. Eddie again. Getting out of it. Oh, wrist lock. Oh, Eddie again. With the float over. Takeover gets caught with a throat thrust. This is a fun little match so far. The chain wrestling spots have they kind of flowed together quite nicely. Test the strength again. Eddie again. Flip him over onto the ramp. Do a ramp spot, you fuckers. Man, Shinzaki keeps on trying to use his strength. And Eddie putting his feet up on the thighs to get out of it again here. You think Shinzaki would learn? Oh, here we go. End of the barricade here. Get a chop on the floor. Oh, God. Jinsei Shinzaki has got a sledgehammer. That side headlock here. Tetsunabe is already up to 10. Oh, God. They're going to both roll in at 13. That's a good call. Oh, here we go. Chop exchanges here, rather. The overhead chops from Jinsei Shinzaki and the side chops from Eddie Guerrero, as far as it's a nice little difference of chops there. Oh, went for the drop kick, nobody home. Snapmare. Bolts him over. That's Jinsei Shinzaki. Oh, nice little double axe handle to the back. See what Eddie can do here as far as some of the chops have been working his way, and the chain wrestling has gone his way. We'll see if even the power moves will go his way as well, with a nice soul butt from Shinzaki. Of course, he's got his strikes. You got the throat thrust, you got the soul butt, you got the drop kick. He's got a lot of different ways of dealing out some damage. That's another throat thrust. Oh, what a shot to the head. I was looking for a power bomb, but a little Rana counter from Eddie. Only gets a 1 count. I'll throw thrust again. I was hoping he was going to do something on the ramp backslide, though, from Eddie. Trying to get a win. Only gets a 1 count. As far as did I turn the... No, I did not turn the sound on. I'm glad I just now saw that. And again with that test of spring spot. There, stop it. It's like, I do know if that stuff. I could do stuff. Oh, here we go. Remember the test of spring from Eddie. Because he's using his strength to get him. And it's a 1 count. It's 5. That's a basement drop kick to the knees. And again, that's a strength. Put the down on there. Wrist lock. And it gets at it. He seems to be 1 step ahead of him. Wait, but Ron, now again, by Eddie Guerrero, but Eddie's not even a count. Oh, it's an ancient. I can try to go to the top rope. Headbutt into a power bomb with the bridge. Oh, this is bad. What's that over right there? Eddie off of it. Another drop kick to the knees. That's a fake again. You think he would win it? Oh, this time a choke slam. God damn. This time Eddie just kind of pressed him off. Could not follow up with another kind of monkey flip out of it. Oh, power bomb, sensation. Pulling out all the big moves now already. Hasn't gotten the pinfall yet. Probably 1 more of those power bombs will be it. Right, gotta get covered. Didn't get anything out of a choke slam. Sensation back. Looking for that submission to finish Dean Malenko with that. Oh, there we go. He's 1 mini message with this as well. 2, 3. And he hits another one. It can't be beat. It is what it is. This man cannot lose. My oh my, 26 minutes. Add 20 to it. Jinsei Shinzaki beats Eddie Guerrero. Unreal. Mujin. So now we're going to the cage match. The big ass 8-man cage match. So we gotta back out of that. Let's see, where's the cage? There it is. Already at the top here. So Ted Tanabe is still the ref. So we have for one side, they have the Lords of the Deep leader, Lord Akira Korakumi. Hayabusa. Of course, Darkside Defiance. Yeah, we'll go with the classic red. Ultimo Dragon of the Cosmic Dragon Kings. And so we've used a couple of different. We'll go back to this blue. Ultimo Dragon, that's what he won the Mystery Mayhem match with. And then the BWO leader and Brad Armstrong. I guess technically for the junior side, because obviously the leader is Terry Funk. And now, I mean, the BWO is not even a thing in UJPW now. And then as far as TTS, maybe not a leader, but we'll say person. Shunichi Funaki, member. Dean Malenko, the Radical Revolution. We have a new Dean Malenko. I might test that out. Yeah, we'll see what he can do. Both the black trunks, they all black like the ECW. Yeah, then NWO, member of the Great Sasuke. And our final member of this matchup, Koji Kanemoto of the Super Generation Army. I always forget which one I pick. So I don't think it's this one. I think we stick with this one here. Yeah, this one just seems to be the best one, or my favorite one at least. That way it's not 2 guys, it's black trunks. We'll at least give Kanemoto the kind of red and black here. Let's see, I'm gonna make sure there's no rope break yet. Outside, I want them to be able to go outside. I mean, so I guess we'll have that on. We have to make sure that there's no blood, so that's kind of funny. It says normal match, but it should be a cage match. I could have swore I clicked it. I'm kind of nervous. Did it not register that I hit a cage match? No, okay, it did. So we're gonna go. We'll run it because the phone TV was a little scared, so I had to turn down the violence of it. So it's just a non-colored cage match, if you will, so nobody bleeds. But Lord killed the movie, and I started on. It's so funny. Actually, if we have to, yeah, because the match is not supposed to be, the reason it's All-Star Anarchy, it's supposed to be Tornado. I just now realized that. Duh. Yeah, so there we go. We got the Tornado on. So there we go. Now we're in full Anarchy mode. This is what I wanted. There we go. Fight! No mishap, but luckily we did it. So I mean, this would be a hell of a something to call here. We're gonna double team already on Yamamoto and over there, Brad Armstrong. Funny, not a lot of guys into this. There's only two and they're facing each other. As far as Brad Armstrong and Dean Malenko. I just realized this is slow over. Ted Tanabe's got a hell of a time with people like these fuckers. Also grabbing a lot up the ropes. Well, it looked like Kyoto was going for something. Gonna roll up, not there. God damn. Backslide up for Brad Armstrong. Landed up targeting the leg. There's a double team again. This time it's Yamamoto and Anarchy and Brad Armstrong. Here's the thing about cage matches in Fire Pro. They don't really utilize the cage, so it doesn't really matter. It's nice to run a cage match. It's the first time saying. We've had ladder matches, we've had cage matches, we've had a lot of different shit. So lucky I can't do a landmine death match, or I would do that. Yeah, triple team. Beat down, more Brad Armstrong. Brad Armstrong just owes somebody money on this match. He's getting his ass beat. Yamamoto tackles a double team. Where's that? I was hoping one of these crazy fuckers would jump off the floor. Elevator man. Brad is stuck in a animation. Gets beat up to get out of it. This is Taylor. Ivy. Left lock from Yamamoto. I don't feel this would be a solution win. It's the way Taylor Ivy run around this place. He's a very, very good man. Look at this. Down there. Oh, nice counter. Probably rather the run. He's not even a mouse bomb. So he's sticking with the something. I don't think he's flying the bubble. Taylor's not really no fucking brain man. They got a dragon sleeper man. Butterfly super sometimes more than you can find right up. Unbelievable. Damn, I'm pretty sure. Unbelievable, baby. Wasn't really sure who it was on. I see that's a big dragon sleeper at the top of the dragon. Dragon sleeper breaking right off. This could be it. It wasn't going to broke him up thing. Turn that thing at the way Brad's been good as well. So roll up. Being off the ropes, what a fucking lariat. He was going to stand there all the way grabbing his head and doing nothing but reaching. Down in the background. This is sad. We're getting really close. He's off to this stretch. Guys are starting to hit their finishes. So be a crazy person. And what are they doing fast? That's your spot. You're going to win all over. We might have crazy guy on there, everybody off the top of the game. God, if only, it's so funny that Real Sky, of course, she did the spot again, third, getting the challenge score over her head. That's like a good sauce waiting all over it. Yeah, I mean, he does the barrel spot, right? It works in the second half. Somebody should have definitely for a sauce score. Probably do it with the barrel a little bit. Only exposed for anything. It's kind of crazy. A lot's gone on. Yep, it was. Explosive release right at 8 minutes. About to say 8 seconds. Well, now we go to our main event, which who is the ref? Is it again Tanabe? That's gonna be shocking. Shunichi rather. Shuichi Naga. For our junior heavyweight title matchup. Oh, yeah, let's get rid of everybody. Just easier that way. Challenger, of course. Shudo, Nuki Sano. Yeah, we just left the blue with the blonde hair. And for Los Bravano, leader and junior heavyweight champion Piero Shinaga. Perfect. We're good to go. Let's run it. Looking to be the new junior heavyweight champion. He has tasted success before in the past as well. He dated around for the junior heavyweight title. From 98, 99, a couple months right? December to February. Has been a team presented with Bureau. The newest junior heavyweight champion did successfully defend the title. That was on decision though, having a Jacob between him and Eddie, so that way the title would keep switching as fast as it has, but that could change here. Pretty much since the Supermax 64 run, there's only been one successful defense for each champion. Von Bureau's already got his. So history is a repeater itself here. We will be seeing new junior heavyweight champion in Busan. Missile snap here from Vampiro. And they only caught it already, y'all. Just a regular box. Got a little excited. Got a little carried away with that one. Side headlock from the side. Wrist lock. Good little wrist lock there from the side. Went for the forward block. Sound got out of the way of it.
Shot.
Four.
Shot.
Another one. That's not the most something from Vampiro doing a lot of damage so far. He's hit it a couple of times now. Oh, God, damn, all good. Spike.
Shot.
Super kick. Vampiro, you got none of this shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Shot. Shot.
Great strikes.
Shot.
Pisana. Losing out on that strike exchange, however. It's one down there. Side headlock again. Oh, wrist lock. And off the ropes. Oh, off the ropes again. There's a way to come up here. Wrist lock.
Shot. Shot.
Evidently, I just feel like there's going to be like a counter out of it. Regular overslap. Oh, look for the shoulder block, nothing happened. That was blocked from Vampiro and then goes to the body kick. Son catches him. Body slam, which doubles. Okay. There we go. Nice little suplex.
Shot. Shot.
Son of the body slam. No. Going for the cover. That one count.
Yeah.
And he's got something out of it.
Shot.
Nice little elbow to the
Shot.
back. Who's down? Nailed it. Up here. Put it down. Suplexes him. First with the lair, he'll go behind. So now Casey strong. Out of the hero launch out of the bed. Great shit with the pump. You know, did not know he had that in him. Immediately grabs a hold. Hey, slow down, brother. But really get out of it. Off the ropes, here we go. Drop kick, set. Picture perfect drop kick. That was viciously looking. That was violent. Oh, here we go. Look at the fucking submission here. Straps his arms behind his calves and looked like he was going to maybe a control. But he made a kind of place out of it. But he was just a regular old stretching and pulling his neck down. That was hell of a result. Move the sun off the top of the drop kick. Choke slams for his double. Vampiro's now. Took him. That little torpedo kick. That came with that kind of version where Breeze ran very far. Went to the super kick. Move the sun, ducks it. Torpedo kick again. Looking for a suplex. Now he out of the clinch. Sweeps the leg. Vampiro's really starting to pick up steam now. Choke slams him. Another suplex. I can see it being a little combination. I'll sweep the leg again. Leg drop. Oh, fuck, bomb strike into a soul drive. What a combination. It sounds like he's going to hit the cover. Not it, though. Only 18 down. Okay. Hey, there down goes Ruby Sano. Picks him up. And base strikes. Right to the left.
Shot.
Oh, not soul drive there. A double. Quick stomp off the top. Coverage. And this could be it right here. No. Ruby Sano wasting no time. They went for the powerbomb. What a counter from Vampiro. Straight to the punch. Maybe a double foot stomp again. He hits. Oh no! Vampiro, I think he got up and out on his feet afterwards. Tiger feet, that's he kicks and still. Fighting spear from the goddamn champion here. He had him going down without a fight. Super kicks him. Nail on the coffin. Now every time. Every time he's nail on the coffin. He just dumps him on his head. Torpedo kick again. God, look at the legs. Jesus Christ, man, design. Dragon suplex. What a beautiful twist. This could be the center of the ring. From here. Firing that. Oh, power bomb. That's it. no way sticking out of it. Oh my god! Palm strike so much. You can fucking stay down. He stayed down this time. What a win and your new winner. Naruki Asano. But you know what? That's not the only title match happening on this show. Oh no. As out comes, from the back, Hayabusa. If he looks like he's about to, cash in, he ends up just warning the new champion that after his matchup with Ultimo Dragon, he will have his match at the Superversary against Hayabusa. So, the challenge has been made. He does not, cash it in. He just issues the challenge that the cash in is coming. So days are numbered as champion. So that's going to be a lot of fun to see how that plays out. That's Hayabusa will be turning in his title match at the end Superversary. I believe is feel like that versary. Which is the end of. Yeah, we'll just say super. Goddamn, I trying to combine anniversary and superversary. I guess did not work well for me for super. I'm just gonna put super V. I'm an idiot. As Hayabusa, Yukisano. Yeah, we'll have Vampiro just as far as still on the ground. Selling. We'll have star quality, I guess. 5 minutes is a little too long. It's just going to be like a couple minutes. But yeah, new champion. Streak continues. Well, we're going to have a hell of a main event, though, for Superversary now. Because we're going to have the... we don't have it booked yet, but it's going to be Nuki-san Ultimo Dragon, and then the winner of that match takes on Hayabusa in another title matchup. So 2 unified grand heavyweight, unified junior heavyweight title matches. We'll also probably be having Hayabusa and Shinsei Shinzaki defend their titles again. That seems like a good strategy. Maybe even take on the Blonde Bombers potentially, since they win here against Minoru Tanaka and Shinjiro Otani. Who knows? Who knows? There is, because I want to say they had a match. Let's go title matches. No? Oh, yeah, they did. It was at the New Year Giant Series, though. That was before the Supermax. So, yeah, that's also going to be taking place on the Superversary show. So, we already have 3 title matches lined up. So, yeah, without further ado here, we have to take down some time, I guess. We'll cut down some of this. There we go. Perfect. We are good to go. Let's run it. 78 for the opener. Kiyoshi Demora, Kazuya Masaki. They lose to Los Pavano. So it does, in fact, go 50-50 with that. So that was nice. Guillotine leg drop win from Seiko Sasova Kazuya Yamasaki. New World Order beat the BWOs. 2 Cold Scorpio beats Terry Boy with Scorpio Splash. Liger and Scorpio and El Samurai much better than the BWO team, but at least Taka's almost in the 80s now. Oh, strained rotator cuff from Chris Candido. Yeah, Minoru Tanaka and Shinjiro Otani. I remembered that they had bad chemistry. It just didn't show up because it's our new character. But I figured we could still have a pretty good match, which we did. Jericho was an 80. Otani was a 70. That's not bad. Jericho gets the win with the Lion Tamer over Minoru Tanaka. But yes, strained rotator cuff. Not great. It was Minoru Tanaka who caused it. Eddie Guerrero losing to Jinsei Shinzaki. 26-22. Wild. Absolutely a wild to see. And then the All-Star Anarchy match, which went really well. It's a 95. So that was a lot of fun to be able to run that. Dean Malenko submitting Lord Akira Kurakumi there with a Texas Clover Leaf. We're actually going to make this a post-show angle. Well, that'll just be for the arena. we won't have that be on the pay-per-view. That'd be fun. There we go. So yeah, now the main event of 97, goddamn. Yuki Sano with a scoop brainbuster, which that was not how he won the match, as you all saw, but close enough. He had to fucking do his combination after so many finishing maneuvers, it seemed like. That was a hell of a ending sequence there. That was a fun match, actually, in Fire Pro. But what a show, 97, 71 for the angle, too. That was fun. Hell yeah. Yeah, 95, the All-Star Anarchy matchup. We know our, 3 title matches now, so that's going to be a lot of fun to see. All of those are going to be ran on Fire Pro. So we will see how Yuki Sano does. Is he going to be the champion only for a month, if that? We'll, we're going to put over Peter as well. We'll give him a hug. I'm trying to think who else to put over there. Because there was a lot of good shit in the old cage match. In the old All-Star Anarchy match. We'll go Dean Malenko. Why not? Hell yeah. Well, that will do it, though, for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time for the Superversary show, as we'll be officially 1 year into the Supermax 64 side of the series. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And, we'll catch you guys there. Take care, everyone.